think the Andy Warhol quote that we don't even know if Andy Warhol said, I mean, he took credit for it later in life, but I don't believe there's any actual record of him saying it, that everybody's gonna be famous for 15 minutes, has left us in a weird spot, I think, because now that we have the internet, now that we know, okay, you can make $1 billion gajillion if you become a famous guy online, I think everybody's kind of doing it one way or another, right? And because of that, all these people who are putting in years of work, whether that's years of work on the internet, years of work developing skills off the internet, are now just throwing stuff up and getting 1 million views, right? And let's, for argument's sake here, say we have a group, and I think this is kind of how the internet works, right? I think this is a little bit more accurate, because we like to think that, like, okay, there are people who are famous on the internet, and once you get to that point, you are a famous guy who is doing output, right? You are just like putting things out and people are watching them, right? I think what's much more accurate is, yes, that happens, but I think the majority of this quote unquote viral content we see is actually coming from people who like have 1 or 2 videos that are super famous. So I think for argument's sake here, let's talk about a pool of 1,000 people who get one video that has 1 million views. Maybe they sustain an audience off it, maybe they don't, I don't know, it doesn't really matter for this conversation. But all these people had to put in something to get to that. Yeah, there's luck on the internet, but if you're displaying something that's interesting, you do need to put something into that to get to that interesting thing. Let's talk about art here, because I think what's gonna happen if we don't do something very literal is there's gonna be a bunch of people who, or rather, I think, I don't know, maybe kind of a gap in this reasoning, but I feel like there will be a lot of people who are like, well, if you're a hot girl, you can post a video of yourself on the internet and get 1 million views. It's like, dude, it's not what we're talking about.